In the last section, we implemented a program which we call a spider that crawl through a website given any target domain, will crawl the website and then get us all the pages of that particular website. So in this lecture, we are going to reuse the code on that particular program to actually implement a program, a tool that will, after crawling each page of the website, fetch us any email address that it could find on that particular website. And we know how relevant email addresses are during pen test. We can make use of email address for carrying out a email spoofing and phishing attacks. So emails are very important during pen test. So this basically what this tool will do. This tool will navigate each page of a particular website, of our target website, and fetch us any email that it will find, which we will now perform further information gathering on it and see how we can utilize it during pen test. All right. So now what I'm going to do now, I'll just copy the whole of this code here, Control-Alt, then I'm going to copy it. Then I've created a file called mailhunter.py, then mailhunter.py. So I'm going to paste it here. All right. So now we can going to make little modifications and add functionalities to this program so as to achieve our mail hunter, which is a tool that will hunt all the mails on any target domain. All right, so I'm going to close the spider program. Now we are on to mail hunter. Also for the mail hunter, I have created an algorithm that we are going to abide by, which is basically a modification of the spider program. So we are going to visit a target website, navigate the pages and search for emails, print out the emails, and then export the mails to a CSV file. So at the end, we are going to generate a report in the form of a CSV file. All right, and then also we have under the program plan, we are going to reuse the website spider that we have created, and then we are going to implement function extract mails to extract mails from the page of a target website, and then function export result to CSV, which is a function that will now export our extracted mails to a CSV file to generate a report. All right. So now we go back to the mailhunter.py program, and then we begin working on it. All right. So we have this get argument function. We already know what it does. So I'm going to close it. I'll just come over here. I'm going to close it, and then get links from URL. We know this will will giving any URL link. This will make use of regex to extract a link from that particular web page. All right. So we are going to reuse this code and modify it to, instead of extracting link, to now extract email address from a particular web page. So I'm going to copy the whole of this. I'll copy it, and then I'm going to minimize this as well. Then I'll just come under here. Then I'm going to paste it here. Then I will change it to our extract emails function. So extract mails. So I will change the name to extract mails. So extract mails. So extract mails. So giving any URL link is going to navigate through that URL link and then get us an email address. So and then we have this. We have the string that is going to pass to it, that we are going to make use of regex to now extract email address from that string, right? So now only the regex here do not fetch email addresses for us. So we have to replace this with email regex. So come over here. I was able to form a regex that we could use to extract emails. So I'll just copy it. We have already seen how to make use of pytex to generate regular expression. So I'll copy this, and then I'm going to replace it with this. I'll just paste it here. All right. So we have this. All right. So I'm going to do away with this. All right. So also I'm going to do away with this. I'm going to save it. So now this regex will search this string for any pattern that matches this, and this is a pattern that will match an email address, and then it's going to return a list that contains all the strings that match this particular pattern. Basically, it's going to match all the email addresses that are found on the URL link that we pass to it. So I'll go to my function crawl links. So here we are searching for links. We are invoking function get links from URL. And then we are going to pass a URL link to it. Then we are going to search for it, as we have seen what this function does. User regex will now search for any link on that particular page. And then here we are using for to iterate through the links, that because these links will return a list containing links, and then we are iterating through it, and then using URL lib.parse to format it into a proper formed URL. And then here we're also searching if there is any occurrence of this hash, which is a tab within a page. Then we are going to make use of a split to further format that link. All right, to further format that link. So if there is any tab, so that we have all the links that we have, they are unique links. We don't have any duplicate links. All right. So we are already seeing how to do that in the previous lecture. So now, what we are going to do, we are going to invoke our function extract mails, and then we are going to pass a link to it, so that we are going to search that link for email addresses. So I'm going to invoke our function extract mails at this point, where we are adding our link to a list after we have gotten a link. Now we are checking it if the target URL link. That means that the link is part of the web page and the link is not in our link list. Then we are adding it to the link list. So I'm going to invoke my function extract mail at this point, so that now extract mails will now run over that link and fetch us all the emails addresses that we could find on that particular web page. So I'll just basically create a variable called mails, and then I'm going to invoke extract mails, and then I'm going to pass a link to it. All right. So we are sure that this mails is going to return to us a list containing emails. All right. So after getting the emails, we also love to iterate through the mails and print them out. So I'll just say for mail in mails, then we want to print out the mails. So instead of printing a link, I'll just print out the mails found an email. So I'll just say found an email, and then we are going to print the email. So we are going to print mail, which is the email that we found, and then we will now further crawl the link for more links and for more emails. All right. So basically, instead of printing links, we are not interested in links at this point in this program. We are not interested in printing out the links. We are interested in finding out email addresses. All right. So I'm going to save this program now. We go to the terminal, and then we run this script. And then if there's any error, we come back and correct the error. So I will come to the terminal. So I will now enter sudo, and then followed by the name of the script. Followed by the Python interpreter, followed by the name of the script, which is mail hunter py, and then I'm just going to hit enter. All right, enter my password. All right, so for an email, we have an invalid syntax. All right, so we have an invalid for an email. Invalid syntax, a line number 57. So let's go to line number 57 and then see what the issue is. So basically the issue is that I was trying to run the script with Python 2, not Python 3, because the default installation, I'm using an old version of Kali, so I upgraded to the 2020.2 version, and the default Python that was installed on this system is still Python 2. So I have to add 3 after the Python to tell the system that I want to use Python 3. So I'm going to add 3 here, and then I'm going to run the script again. Okay, so let me add -h and then see how I can use the script. All right, so perfect. As you can see, our script is now running. So I just need to add the domain that I want to extract the emails from. So let me clear the screen again, and then I'm going to rerun this by entering the domain I want to search emails from. So let me enter my domain, peaceoligama.com, my personal website, and then hit enter. All right, so perfect. As you can see, our mail hunter program is working, and it's fetching all the email addresses we'll find on the target domain that we have given to it. So I'm going to stop the it now, and then I'm going to clear the terminal. So however, it was printing duplicate for us. So we need to find a way of getting rid of the duplicate emails that we are having printed out on the screen. So as we did earlier here on our Spider program, I'm just go down and create a list. I'll call it mail list, just as we create a linked list here. So I'm going to call this a mail list, and I'll initialize it as an empty list, and then every time we fetch an email, we're going to add it to the list and then use it to check for duplicate. So here where we are iterating over the mails, for mail in mails, where we are iterating over the emails we are able to extract from a particular page, then we need to check it. If it exists in the list, then we are not going to add it to the list. This way we'll be able to eradicate duplicate emails, just as we did with the links in the previous section. So for mail in mails, now we are going to check if mail, and we can just as we did in the target URL and the link, we can also, if we want just emails that are part of the domain, then we can perform this check on it. If target URL a mail and mail not a mail list. All right, so if you want just emails that are part of the that are emails from that are part of the that are formed from the target domain, like info@faisalgamma.com, then we are going to check for the presence of the URL in that particular mail. But I'm not interested in that because we might find a target organization using Gmail or something like that. So we want to have just want to be able to fetch all the mails that we can find on that particular website, and then we can perform further information gathering on it. So I'm going to check if mail not in mail list. So even not in mail list, and then now we are going to append it to our mail list that we created. So I'm going to say mail list that we created. All right, okay, not in mail list. So mail list, we are going to invoke method append, and then we are going to append mail. Okay, so that next time when we come to check it, and this, if we are checking for this same mail again in our mail list, then it will tell us that this mail existed in that mail list, and that we are not going to print duplicate email on the terminal. So now if mail not a mail list, then we are going to add it to our mail list, and then we finally print it out. All right, so I'm going to save it and then go over to the terminal and then run the script again, and then see whether we have been able to achieve our objective. So I'll come here and then run the script again. Okay, so we are having type error, inconsistent use of tabs and spaces in indentation. So I'm going to line 59. So I'll just go over to line 59, and then I'm going to see, okay, line 59. All right, so inconsistent use of spaces and indentation. So all right, so I can't find any use of space. Okay, so highlight it here. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'll just backspace, and then since I'm making use of tab, so let me make use of tab, and then I'll take it to there. So let me save it, and then let me go back again and then run the script, or clear the terminal and then run the script again. So we still have this error, so let me go up and check there where this error actually existed. Okay, type error line 59. Okay, this is been pointing to the parenthesis here, so let me go back there that particular location. Okay, so we're having here, so may I list that I think line 59. Okay, line number 59. Okay, so we don't want to have any okay, crawl link. Okay, so let's go back and rerun this. That the error has gone away. So I'm going to clear the terminal again and then run the script. Okay, so okay, now so let's run the script again and then see whether the error has been eliminated. So hit enter. Okay, so perfect. As you can see, our script has responded. It's now working. So I'll pause the video when it has printed the output. Then I'll resume the video. All right, so I'm going to pause the script because the script is still running. I'm going to pause it. So I bet when we look through the email entries, we can see all the email entries this program was able to fetch for us. All the entries are unique, so we have been able to achieve our goal of retrieving email addresses and all the email addresses that are basically that are unique. So we are going to stop here in this lecture. Now in the next lecture, we are going to see how we can now export these emails to an CSV file, so that we can generate a CSV report in the form of a CSV file.